talk to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Welcome to the Mary Goulet Show, cultivating a rich interior. Now, here's Mary.
Welcome back to the program. This is our fourth segment on real estate. So this will be on my site, marygoulet.net, under the real estate tab. I will post these podcasts or MP3s. So I have Scott Carson and Stephanie Goodman from WeCloseNotes.com. Now, we've talked about how you started in this, what was the genesis of it, what are the numbers of it. Let's go to your website because you have training. Does a person have to be a real estate professional?
No, you do not. You don't have to have a real estate license to do this. Now, in some states, like Georgia, they want you to be a licensed mortgage broker. Other states want you to have your servicer licensed in that state as a debt collector. But for most part, you don't need to have licenses to do this, which is great. It's just the fact that, hey, you just got to know what's going on in each state. Each state's a little bit different foreclosure time frame. That's why we always tell people, listen. That's why we started teaching, was that there's so many different moving parts to it. So we like to teach people that.
Okay, so what was the impetus for you did people look at you and go, what are you doing? I want to learn about that like I did. Yeah,
well, it started actually kind of funny. I was doing deals and I'd post to Facebook and I had some group call me up, some big real estate seminar, asked me to come in and talk about the deals that I was closing. I flipped a 7-unit apartment complex here in San Diego, made $70,000 in 24 hours. And I flipped a 16-unit in L.A. and made $100,000 on a wholesale fee in like 30 minutes. And they're like, how are you doing this? Where are you getting these deals from? And so I went and spoke on stage, and I got bombarded at the back of the room once I got off the stage. Teach me. I was like, okay, yeah, I got a course. That was 2010. And I was excited. We do a really good job with it. I was actually the educator of the year a couple times in my little niche. And we do, we believe in providing real tools to our students. So I'm not one of these guys that likes to blow a lot of smoke, and you see that. There's a lot of snake oil salesmen out there in the real estate education industry. We're a big believer that if we give you the tools and we show you exactly how we do, you're either going to run with it and do it, or you're not going to do it. And that's normal across the board.
Now, do you have competition?
Yeah. There's about 3 or 4 other people that teach this niche of real estate investing.
Well, even just doing it, because some people teach, but they really don't know how to. They can't do it.
Yeah, exactly. Now we do this. That's why we call the company We Close Notes, because instead of We Teach Notes. All right.
Right. We try to close notes.
Yeah. Now I've bought and sold over $1 billion in distressed debt in the last 10 years, residential and commercial deals. We've got a couple hundred assets on our portfolio right now that we own that we're working through. Constantly buying, constantly looking at assets. I'm actually looking at a portfolio of 64 performing notes from a bank that we'll probably end up buying like 23 of them. So I walk the walk. I don't just talk it.
Do you ever have investors come through and say, I like what this is, I want to keep it?
Yeah. We do that. And we just basically figure out, okay, what's the buyout clause on that individual asset?
And what would be an example of a buyout clause?
So, let's say we bought it at 35 cents. And then our normal sales price would be 85. So we would just figure, okay, what's the split in that? And they just write me a check for the difference. So maybe it's a 40% check between the 30 and then the 80, 85, or figuring out what the return is. If it's been reperforming, I like it as well, then we'll just do a split of the cash flow. So there's different ways to structure it depending on what they're looking for.
Yeah, so you caught my ear when you said apartment buildings. I've always wanted to have fourplexes.
Well, I look at apartments as being something that's more than 5 units. A 4-plex is great. A 5-plex is great. And you still see a lot of that stuff. That's actually,
you do.
You still see a lot because those are low-valued assets to consider to a bank for the most part. A bank like single-family homes or commercial property, they actually really prefer mortgages on commercial properties that are $1 million or greater. Anything that's below $1 million in value, yeah, they still have it in their portfolio, but it still costs them just as much to do that little smaller asset as a bigger asset. They just don't make as much. So we see a lot
and their risk would not pay off as much.
That's correct. And so we still see a lot of that stuff hit the books. Now, don't call me, hey, I want to buy an apartment. It's a 100-unit apartment complex. No offense. That's the most overpriced asset right now in the market.
Isn't that funny?
It is. And I'm just like waiting because A decade ago, that's what I was basically buying most of the time was small 20, 30-unit apartment complexes from Capital One or Wells Fargo Financial back in the day. But now, I mean, we bought a lot of residential. We'll still I'm actually, this is a funny story, since we're in California, I'm looking at a distressed mortgage on a dispensary and a grow house, actually, from a bank right now.
Where is it located?
L.A.
Really?
Yes, the bank wants it off its books because they didn't realize it was a dispensary.
We'll talk after the show.
That's another type of cash-flowing green asset.
Yeah, I'm curious about that.
Yeah.
But it's vacant.
No, they're both occupied. Just the bar is continuously late, so the bank wants to get it off their books at a discount.
Wow. This just makes me so excited. I love this. I mean, I'm not on a huge scale, but I mean, a 4 to 6 unit apartment.
It's great. We have a lot of people that love that. I mean, we see that stuff all the time. It may not be here in San Diego, but there's great places and there's property managers everywhere, is what we try to teach. Iowa? Well, yeah.
No.
If you like it that cold, sure.
Well, no, because my niece lives there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And we've been trying to figure out a way to do deals. She's a project manager for huge commercial jobs.
Oh, okay, nice.
Like she's pretty high up.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But once you get the bug.
You get the bug.
Yeah. So is the training affordable? What if somebody goes through it and they're like, I don't got it. I can't do this.
So there's our training's very, we have an online training platform. Our no buying blueprint's like $1,000. It's 30 modules. Plus they get involved in our large online community as well. So they can network with other investors. They can raise capital. We're very hands-on in following up with their students. There's a message board that they get my email, cell phone number. Like I was answering a text message on the way over from a student buying a deal in Tampa, Florida, actually, just recently. And so we're very interactive. And then the beautiful thing is our community is just really good. I mean, we've got a private Facebook group where everybody's working together, like I talked about earlier on, in believing in co-opetition. And it's a much smaller niche. The note investing side is there's maybe 10,000 total note investors in the country that do what we do.
That seems like a lot.
And it seems like a lot, but it's small when you look at like the 500,000 fix and flippers or the 1 million plus landlords out there. So it's a very small niche when you look at it that way. And the thing is, we've also got our podcast, the Note Closer Show, too, where we go through a lot of information, a lot of vendors and students and investors that come on that show. And we spend a lot of time going through education.
So your vendors are not just strictly corporate vendors.
That's correct. They're servicers. They're people that are there to work with our investors. They're working there with our students on a regular basis, where it's like Pro Title USA, which will help you pull O&E reports or title reports, or it's Madison Management who will help you with the servicing side, or it's the Singer Law Group out of Irvine here that'll help you with their foreclosures, help you find an attorney to foreclose, or it's the Franco Barillo Law Firm out of Columbus, Ohio, will help you foreclose in Ohio, Michigan, or Indiana. So when we talk about vendors, it's not just, hey, they're here for a promotional thing. They're actually people that we talk to on a regular basis that are working on our behalf to help us close more deals. Okay,
so with the last minute of the show, is there anything we don't know that you want to share, or one nugget of advice if somebody is intrigued about this?
So if they're intrigued about it, just go check us out online. We've got tons, literally about 1,000 plus videos on YouTube of different webinars.
Under We Close Notes?
Under We Close Notes. YouTube.com/We Close Notes is our homepage for the videos. Or you can just go to WeCloseNotes.com. Links to all our social media, and links to hundreds and hundreds of webinars on specific subjects, case studies. You can also check us out online, or just look for Scott the Note Guy. Carson.
Scott the Note Guy. Scott A.
Hey, that's right. A.
For A.
We're on radio live. I can't say what I was going to say.
I think I got the word. No, it's been so wonderful having you both here.
Hey, Mary, thank you so much for having us. Honored to be here. And glad to help anybody out there. You have a question, go online, drop an email. We're glad to help answer any way we can.
Yeah, it seems like it's another option for someone who's doesn't have, $5 million to invest.
That's correct.
But they can find something across America. Try it out.
And that's the thing. Over a decade ago, you had to have $5 million to really kind of get in this game. But with everything that happened in 8, 9, and 10, it's opened up a lot of opportunity for smaller investors.
Well, thank you guys so much for being here. All right, this is the Mary Goulet Show. Check us out on marygoulet.net.
I've been bragging about Progressive Medical Center to you guys for years, and I'm so excited to have Dr. Agoli with us because, Dr. Agoli, a lot of people walk through your doors, and some of their biggest problems are they're just fatigued, they're tired all the time, and even though they're dieting and exercising, they cannot get the weight off. Why is that?
It's a combination of poor metabolism, inappropriate eating, but more importantly, it's due to a lack of education and really doing the right testing. A lot of our patients are metabolically compromised. What does that mean? Their metabolism is not functioning. The metabolism is responsible for all physical and chemical processes necessary to sustain life, and that includes energy. And without cellular energy, your body is not going to be a burning machine. Let's get back and teach our listeners to be a fat-burning machine.
It's been a lot easier to maintain my weight since Progressive Medical Center started treating me with all-natural supplements, learning proper nutrition, and that can be you today. No more frustrations about being tired or overweight. So why don't you get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today through progressivemedicalcenter.com.
This is your life, live it well.
Hi, Scale listener. This is David Finkel, co-host with Jeff Hoffman of Scale Your Business. I wanted to let you know that our newest book, Scale, was just released and to encourage you to get your copy. The book will give you 7 proven principles to grow your business and get your life back. Scale will help you work less by getting your business to produce more. Get your copy online or at your local bookseller. For more information, visit us online at scaleyourbusinesstoolkit.com.
I have some good news for a change. With the stressful times upon us, having a regular glass of wine has proved in many studies to reduce stress. Want some more stress-relieving tips? VinVillage.com is an exciting new social organization connecting wine lovers around the country with an exclusive local and online wine lifestyle experience. Vin Village members can meet others online and in person, attend wine dinners and tastings, participate in forums, blogs, and wikis, purchase limited and exclusive wines, even create your own wine. You heard me. Create your own wine. And best yet, membership is free. So reduce some of the stress and have some fun. Join now and connect with thousands of other like-minded wine lovers. To learn more, go to vinvillage.com. That's www.vinvillage.com. Vin Village is where wine lovers connect.
Kenja Dixon was crowned the #1 sales executive through hard work, deep thinking, and the revelation of universal talk laws. He now wants to share these lessons with you. Universal talk laws are what you need to know and use in business and at home to have successful and effective conversations. Kenja Dixon shares his wisdom, action plans, and wealth. Each book comes with a chance to win $10,000. Find Universal Talk Laws at kenjadixon.com.